Today we are presenting a report on the application of pathological theory in relation to creating a motivating environment at work. So, what is a pathological theory? Pathological theory is leadership's effectiveness depends upon how they interact with their subordinates. The leader assesses the context of the situation, like the employee characteristics and environmental factors. Employee characteristics include personal characteristics, such as what kind of structure do the employee need considering their experience. And environmental factors include things like task characteristics, how difficult or interesting the task is, or whether the work environment is encouraging or not.
The leaders then have to act accordingly when choosing the most effective leadership styles. According to this theory, we can distinguish four types of leadership styles. Directive styles, they are very clear direction from the leaders on what they expect from the employees. This works best when the employees are inexperienced or when the environment is complicated. The supportive style, the leader is friendly and concerned towards their employees in order to create a pleasant work environment. This is the most important in a work environment that fosters a lot of physical or mental strength. The participative style, the leader involves employees in the decision-making process. This style of leadership works better when employees are experienced or able to make informed decisions. Achievement-oriented style, in order to motivate the employees, the leader is constantly challenging them so that employees may reach their full potential. This style works well in high-achieving environments.
As you can see from this graph, the environmental and employee characteristics combined with the leadership styles affect the motivation of employees and their perception of the task and authority. A good mastery of these different factors involved in the effectiveness of employees at work would contribute to the development of a motivating and stimulating environment. An osmosis between the expectations of employees, the elements constituting the environment, and the style of leadership used would lead to a higher acceptance of authority and contribute to their satisfaction and boost overall motivation and performance.
The core of path goal theory relates to how leaders motivate their followers in order to achieve their goals. Many attribute the success of the company Apple to the coherent leadership model Steve Jobs created, in addition to his ability to comprehend his followers' needs and desired work environment. Although Steve Jobs himself has passed away, the foundations he made in the Apple company's empire live on today and remain, expressing the key aspects of path goal theory. Path goal theory states that a leader will assess the goals and tasks that need to be done and then choose a style of behavior that will work best to attain the results they want. Steve Jobs is known for his successful application of the participative style of path goal theory. This involves a leader who consults with groups to gather suggestions to consider on their own in order to come to a decision. This type of leader is known to improve the morale in their employees, creating and motivation in those who perform innovative tasks.
Another example of a leader of a company who uses path goal theory is Yang Yuanjing of Lenovo. Yang Yuanjing, the CEO of Lenovo, uses the achievement-oriented style of path goal theory as he believes that it improves and sustains performance of team members. He set clear, challenging goals and expectations for his followers as he has an aggressive vision for the growth of his company. Yang Yuanjing expects his workers to assume responsibility. He demonstrates this through his recruitment of senior executives, which he regularly meets with and closely works with to develop goals and bring his vision to life. We will now talk about why path goal theory is important to leadership. So based on what was previously mentioned above, path goal theory is important to leadership as they both centre around motivation of employees. The leadership function of managers refers to the process of making full use of various methods, which means to effectively motivate subordinates and provide them with necessary guidance and support to focus on and achieve the predetermined goals of the organisation.
Effective leadership requires managers to enhance their ideas and work dynamics, master rich communication skills, communicate fully with subordinates, and fully explore new incentive points. Productive leadership also means leaders are required to develop a unique organizational culture, create a harmonious working atmosphere, and provide a healthy and orderly environment for benign competition within the organization.
The direction of managers refers to monitoring and evaluating the process and actual results of various work within the organization in accordance with certain scientific procedures. This ensures the smooth realization of organization goals and taking measures to correct for deviation from the scheduled track. Controlled activities can timely find and quickly remedy work area, which is helpful for the organization to maintain its own fundamental interests as a whole. Therefore, it runs through the management processing and is necessary for the organization to achieve the path goal way to success.
So the 4 key points of leadership that you should have taken away from this presentation are: motivation of employees is determined by the leadership style utilized. There are 4 styles of leadership that can be useful in varying situations. The leader must apply the most appropriate style to the given situation for optimal motivation, and employees and environmental factors also affect the level of motivation within the organization. Here are the references we used to do this presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.